number 5 tonight, just going live and talking more about clearing out the junk in our lives and how, focusing on things that we're avoiding and ways we can look into what we're avoiding and how, stopping that and working on that and building the strength to the areas in our lives that we're avoiding can help us transform our lives. So that is something huge. And it's like, there's no more time to avoid things that aren't working anymore because time's going to pass. And what's the point of wasting that precious time anymore? So eliminating that anxiety, that worry, that stress, and how do you know what to change? So what are the things you want to focus on? And where, maybe you can look at where you're spending your time thinking and the thoughts that you have. What are you going through? What areas of your life worry you and stress you out? And how are the thoughts that you have about those areas helping you? Are they contributing to anxiety? Are they keeping you feeling stuck? Do you notice years go by or months go by that you're having the same thoughts? Things aren't changing. Feeling like you've hit rock bottom emotionally, and maybe those breakdowns. Actually, that's something huge that I realized is that going through different relationships and jobs and things that come to endings, everything comes to an ending. So once you realize those breakdowns or so-called breakdowns really lead us to breakthroughs. So those things are happening for reasons. And there's so many ups and downs in life that it's, after a while, it's like, why do you want to let those ups and downs affect you so much and affect the way you live your life? So focusing on where you're spending your time thinking, where those thoughts are, and how are they actually helping you, and if they're helping you. So that's something important. And are you focusing on the problem? So again, are those thoughts helping you notice what to change? And there's so many ways to really notice what to change and notice what is going to help us change by practicing different things. We can search everywhere outside of ourselves for help, even just as being a massage therapist, helping, doing energy treatments, body talk, yoga as well, that you can help people and do the treatments for them, but at the same time, what are they doing in between the massages, in between their yoga classes? And are they doing things at home that, defeat the purpose, defeat the benefit, as well as, how they're dealing with their emotions and carrying out the healthy lifestyle to go along with it. So sometimes it's really just focusing on that internal happiness, that internal feeling that's going to reflect externally in the body, in the mind, in the way our life unfolds as well. And all of that is an inside job. So people look externally for help because, yes, they do need to be educated. And sometimes it is just not understanding something fully. That's where the word ignorance comes from too, in a term that it's like, if you don't actually know something or haven't experienced something with it, then there's that ignorance there that, you can't make a judgment or you can't make a decision based on something that you haven't experienced or don't know anything about. Because a lot of times, like yoga, even once you get into it, you realize that there's so much more there. There's so much left that's uncovered. Same with the body. And, you can study anatomy and physiology and the science of it, but when you go into more energetic stuff and quantum physics and sacred geometry and all of that, everything is shapes. And when we go down to the consciousness of it, everything, all the different trees and humans, everybody has a different shape, geometric shape that we take on. So, and when we spend time thinking about the solution is where we're going to start to attract different things into our lives and attract different opportunities that we need to recognize and jump on. And, some people get really good at missing opportunities. They see them there, but then they just hit that fear barrier of not being able to take the challenge to do something new, feeling too uncomfortable. So instead of focusing on the problem that we tend to do a lot is where, what haven't we considered to help this area of our lives? Where do we need more money? Where do we need to work on relationships? Where do we need to work on communication? Where, do we need to work on the body? The diet, we'll get into that too in the next couple webinars as well, but that is something that we should all start with, is physical body, is what we're eating, what we're putting into the body, because our food is information, and that information is going to help us exert energy throughout the day, our emotions, balancing our organs, healing the body, and getting rid of toxic waste as well. So the way we generate our emotions is the way we generate the food through the body. So irritable bowel syndrome, diabetes, all those different digestive disorders, even the heart, the respiratory system, all of that ties in with the immune system, and our soul, our personality, what we choose to do in life. Choosing to do something that makes us happy will keep the thymus strong, and that's something that gets smaller as we get older. So that affects the immune system too. It's amazing that all of these things can trigger one thing. It can lead, just that domino effect, one thing leading to another. So focusing on that solution, that's going to change the vibration of your thoughts and the energy around you. So you're going to start attracting yourself to different people, like I said, different opportunities, situations, and things that like attracts like. So you're going to attract things that are going to help you be more aware, help you link different signs and things in your life that have more meaning, and your life is going to take on more meaning. And when you take on that gratitude as well, and really start to, don't avoid what you're grateful for and really what you have surrounding you, because sometimes you really don't realize how much you actually don't need to survive and to be happy, because everything around you, all those external things that we search for, or that we're looking at to do or to have, or we think we need to be, is really just draining our energy, and that's all external. So the internal, really taking a look inside is something that we hear all over and over again, but it is, and you can be happy and be content anywhere you are, and that is yoga, that is meditation. You can do it, with love, anywhere you are, doing dishes, mopping the floor, walking down the street, helping a stranger, even if you get a flat tire or stuck in the snow, there's still ways around freaking out and letting it ruin your day. And because all you can do is just be there, we're just where we are. So it's just something that can take that weight off your shoulder, and that stress. Yes, you might be in a rush to get somewhere important, but at the same time, you're just going to have to be, where you are. So how do you be aware? Our emotions, again, like we talk about a lot, is something that I focus on. It's really something that, once you get good at it and just feel how your body's feeling, once you notice where you and how you're feeling, you can pinpoint your thoughts at the same time, and really just take one step at a time. So where are we going, really? People are so busy running around doing this, thinking that, yes, we have deadlines and we have goals, we have things to do, but at the end of the day, we're all going to the same place. So following your emotions, being aware, and there's a lot of phases that we go through as well. Like anxiety is a huge one for people. Once you can recognize how to diminish that anxiety and get rid of it, eliminate it, then you can conquer it when it comes back, and you don't let it get the best of you. So it's just one step at a time. Starting with, what you're eating, what you're putting in your mouth, the attitude about your food while you're eating it as well, your emotions with your food, affect your body and where they get stored. So whatever you do, the actions that you're taking, the food that you're eating, just really love it, give it love, give it attention, give it good good thoughts and gratitude. Be thankful for what you're eating. Love is the only answer, basically. So loving what you have, loving what you're, blessed with, your body, your food. And then acknowledging that you are free. So as a human, something that can help us let go of that having to do things the way things need to be are, recognizing, being ready to recognize where you are right now. And it's just a blessing, because all the things that have happened in our lives take us to where we are. We are free. We are just stuck from our own minds. We're stuck from our own thoughts. And if you recognize that you're free and, as a human, as a person, we're always just us here by ourselves, and that we can choose to do many different things, anything that we want, and acknowledging that and being grateful for that, and recognizing that if what you're doing is not in harmony, your feelings are not going to be in alignment with what you want. They're going to clearly tell you you're going to feel uneasy, you're going to feel guilty, you're going to feel unsure. You never know more clearly what you do want when you're living what you don't want. So when you have an experience or things that you don't want, that just gives you clarity for next time and an awareness in that moment to tell you and propel you forward that this isn't something that's in a line with you. Is that not when you want help, is when you're in an area of your life that you don't want to be in. And that's when we are looking for help. So what is your inner being giving you as a signal? What is that compass, those emotions? Your emotions are your compass. What are they trying to tell you? So, and two, how I was saying, focusing on the problem doesn't help you, but focusing on the solution is going to get you somewhere. And paralysis, analysis causes paralysis. So when we're sitting analyzing things, the way we should do something, what if somebody judges you? Is this idea even good enough to put out there? It could really be anything. Should I even get started? I don't want to go to the gym until I lose 5 more pounds. It could be really anything that we create an excuse in our minds. That and analyzing things is just going to keep you stuck and waste so much time. So it's just taking that action, doing, feeling it in your body, getting yourself moving. You're trying to fix it outside where you think it is broken, but inside, taking those actions instead is where you must fix it. So fixing the body, cleansing your body from the inside. That's where we start with food, because when you can feel better physically, that's going to feed you emotionally and mentally. And then you're also going to have more energy to want to go to the gym. Your skin, your joints, your muscles, your clarity is going to be so much better. Hormones, everything's going to be in balance. So cleansing the body from the inside. Our skin, different things our conditions don't happen from external things. Yes, over time, our habits and things, external, environmental pollution, hormones in chicken and meat that we have, things that we can't quite control. But then things that we can control, our emotions really affect our body. They have electrical frequency vibration that, really can transform the body. So our food, that's what I was saying, the way we feel about our food when we eat has a vibration, and it changes the way it heals our body from the inside. So really looking into cleanses and not overdoing things and not being paranoid about them, just allowing the body to cleanse, being gentle with it, giving it lots of care, cleansing the mind, locating those root sources of when those behavioral patterns began. So if you feel like you have had emotional charges or different memories that come up, it could be something too, like when you're eating something that reminds you of somebody, or a different smell that is linked with senses, or hearing something that will remind you of someone. There could be behavioral patterns that we choose to do when we're stimulated by that environmental sound or smell, and we want to locate why those different things happen, right? So I mean, we don't have to pay attention to like everything, but if it's like a habitual pattern that might not be healthy for us, we want to notice when we're choosing to do it, or when we feel that anxiety, that those depressed thoughts and that depressed state. So it's really more noticing the negative things in our lives. So you cannot have a happy ending on a miserable journey. Every moment you're in this body, just think about it. Each day you're here, life gets better and better. You're not put here to experience diminishment in life. You're put here to experience being better and being able to develop yourself day by day. But it's your choice, so the more we stay miserable and focused on what isn't working, what we don't like about ourselves, what we don't like about, if there's other people, if there's things that frustrate you or provoke you or create anger, then you're going to have to change it to really focusing on your happy ending and practicing that art of feeling good. So watching how things unfold, just watching how they happen. When things are difficult or frustrating, things that used to be frustrating, the more and more you practice just being patient, just being in the moment, breathing, meditation, yoga, those things really are just two simple things that can transform your life completely. And you don't even have to focus on, being so stressed out, like, oh my gosh, am I doing it right? Am I doing the breathing right? Am I doing this and that? But the more and more you get into it, you will learn the proper techniques. You want to learn them and then just build on them one step at a time. So you might not get the hang of it right away, especially breath of fire, but when you start it, you're going to notice the benefits. And that's something that we all get to experience, because we all get to just stretch the body, move the body. And so many people from yoga, when I was teaching in Brandon, and even when I'm in Mexico here, I have clients say that they love taking the videos everywhere they go, because they can just do it wherever they are. They can do it at the lake, they can do it in their living room, while they're traveling in hotel rooms. It's just easy to, roll out a mat or even just a towel and do your stretches wherever you are. And without even thinking, so without even worrying about, how you should be doing things, but just enjoying it and not feeling judged as well. So it's something that really, sorry, what was I going to say here? Just enjoying the yoga, enjoying the moving, enjoying the body and practicing it, and knowing that it's going to just take time. There's something else I was going to add in there, but totally forgot. We'll let it go. It might come back to me. And things to give up that can help you stop avoiding or not getting things done in your life. So overthinking. Where are you spending that time overthinking? That overthinking that keeps paralysis, right? Keeps you sitting and thinking and not acting on things. So and giving up what is normal, what you think is normal, what you think things should be like. Following a society of people who all choose to do the same thing. Following your heart, doing something that you feel you want to choose because of you, that it resonates with you, that it feels right. And once you start to elevate your consciousness, you'll begin to realize that everything you're told isn't actually the way it is, that so many things are lies, and that being on another level, like I said, those things that used to bother you don't bother you anymore, because you can sit back and monitor how people choose to do things or their conversations that sometimes it's just not even worth it to dabble into different conversations, because your understanding is so much different. So, not being attached to outcome of things and situations, things just get easier for you to mentally deal with and let go of. So it's easy to let go of and not be stressed about so many things. Giving up junk food. Food, again, is information that our body takes on. So you take on the same frequency as the food you're taking into your body. which is so important. Letting go of limiting beliefs, inhibiting beliefs that can keep us stuck. Like I was saying in the beginning, how if we're choosing to do something and we're a little bit uncomfortable, then we can hit that fear barrier and just bounce back to our comfortable ways, yo-yo the way we always were. And then, we see a little bit of progress, or we see a little bit of things changing, and then we stop. Or else we don't even make that decision and have all different excuses as to why we, don't want to start going to the gym, don't want to cleanse the body. We don't want to practice even yoga or try meditation, anything that's going to help to ease the body. Really, even access bars is a treatment that gives you an energetic facelift, body talk, massage, anything that's going to relax the nervous system, recharge you, delete, and just get rid of those files in the brain. Okay, so recognizing, why I have believed this, or why did I chose blank my whole life. Feeling guilty, say it, something that's an example of, and religion is a different topic that we completely won't delve into, but religion and Jesus saying how the sinning, why should we really feel guilty growing up? And why should we feel like different things and choices we make are sins? Yes, we, should be taught to be good people, bad people, what's right and wrong, obviously killing versus stealing, things are we know that, and it feels different when we're doing it. So it's just, those right and wrong choices, those feelings, those emotions will tell you something if it feels good to you as a conscious person. But how those beliefs you hold on to can affect your whole life. So letting go of those and recognizing them. And again, giving up complaining. So where do you spend your thoughts? Are they helping you? Does it serve you? There's so many times I've taken the boat back from Yalapa here in Vallarta, and I'm just grateful all the time because the ride there is amazing. It's beautiful to take early in the morning. The sun is rising just over the hills, and it's just shining onto the water, onto the beach. So it's amazing, like private little beaches. But there's been a lot of times that I hear tourists complaining at their husband, their wife, their spouse, or at the boat driver. And yesterday I was coming back and they're just like, oh, this is Mexico for you. And they're frustrated about their tickets. But I mean, there's not much to complain about. The guys charge $6 for a boat ride that takes 40 minutes, so it's pretty good. And gas is expensive. So I'm just, I think about different things that I don't even let it bother me anymore. I'm just in my own world of gratitude. And it's just funny to see where people spend their time thinking, it's, they're on a holiday in Mexico and just frustrated about the ticket. So don't let external factors affect you internally. So, nothing externally can affect you internally unless you allow it to. And recognizing that internal self-talk, if you're saying to yourself, I'm not good enough, why did I do that? I wish I didn't do that. I'm terrible. Start saying things like, write them on the wall, right? You can go to unwindwithmelissa.com and go to the freebies there. There's free PDFs that you can write and print, or you can print them out, affirmations that even if you're not reading them consciously every day, your subconscious mind will pick them up. So I love myself. I love to exercise. I'm smart. I'm strong. I'm a great person. And just letting go of our past stories. So is the story you're telling about your past, are you attached to it? Is it helping you create new future hopes and dreams? And are you doing things that can help you create your new, your future hopes and dreams? So let go of that fear, let go of being afraid. And noticing if you're doing things daily, where you're spending your time. Are you doing things daily that are leading to your dream, are leading to your goals? And recognize where you or what you do daily that you have done for a while that maybe if you eliminate it or do it a lot less could help you change your exercise habits or your eating habits. Perhaps, procrastination, getting things done, your laundry, cleaning, getting to the gym, your paperwork, whatever it needs to be. And not measuring yourself on anybody else's opinion of success or what or how things should be done. No comparing yourselves to other people, judging yourselves. It's, if we feel part of ourselves is somewhere else, then when we can reconnect that to ourselves, that if we're looking for ourselves and not sure what we want to do or be, or clearly what we want in life, in relationships, in our career, where we feel our purposes, and reconnecting ourselves to the universe, right? So the need to compare ourselves to other people is no longer there. As beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So we create our own values and that feeling of contentment, peace, and happiness. So not judging ourselves. And it's our perspective on things, our perspective, the way we see the world. And when we don't judge ourselves, there's no need to critique anyone else either. It's a waste of time. There's no point to critique or judge or watch what other people are doing, because we're content with ourselves. We're happy. We enjoy every minute of the day, going to the gym. You can, eat a mango and just slice it and enjoy every bite of it. You're getting dressed in the morning, cleaning the house up. Everything just feels great because you're in the moment. There's no worried about being judged. So letting all these things go is going to help you stop avoiding different things. When I said beauty is in the eye of the beholder, it's just when we change the way we look at things we look at will change. Even giving our bodies more love, self-love. The place of the parts of your body that you don't like are areas of your body that actually need more love and more attention. Same with kids. The kids that go to school who are maybe bullies or act out or frustrated or show more anger are the ones who actually need more love and more attention and more hugs, because they're resisting things in their life. They're not being open to receiving care and attention, but they're resisting. So they create this negative effect, and instead of getting love, what they need, they're getting in trouble. So that can really be related to any different type of energy, different situations. So happiness is in our actions, not just our thoughts. And do what you need to do. Honor yourself. And the way you do things daily, like the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. The way you're feeling when you're doing different things, eating, walking to the bus stop, walking to your car, all those different things really change the energy around you. So give up all the different things that you think you are. Give up your labels, because nothing else can define you. So undoing all that you think you are. Names, labels, anything that you give yourself. And not being attached to the outcomes. No need to impress people. Just letting go of these things is something that really, how do you let go of them? It just, the more and more you can be aware that those things don't matter, and taking a view at your life from a bird's eye view, a perspective, that there's so many people in the world, that why are you as a single person who everybody's looking at, because not everyone's looking at you, and not everyone's looking at me, and not everyone is looking at your neighbor. So we think that there's so many eyes on us, or that people are watching, but it's us propelling and creating those thoughts that are creating feelings, that are creating our actions and what we choose to do. So how long are you going to allow yourself to sit and live in fear or procrastination and not do things? Write out a vision board, cut out pictures, write out your dreams and goals, get out a book and a piece of paper and write out 20 different things that you want to do, no matter how ridiculous they seem, and just see how they make you feel. Imagine them, go over them again, and just visualize like 30 seconds to a minute on each one, how it would feel, how it would smell, how it would taste, how it would feel, taste, touch, smell, see how it would look, how it would sound. And the key to our happiness is how you balance yourself, letting go of controlling things. So how do you know when it's time to let go and move on? So our emotions will start to tell us things. And one thing that I learned, again, from relationships, from anxiety, from things beginning, the beginning of things and ending of things, is that when anxiety comes around, it's trying to tell you something. And really working on the control is that we can't control anything that happens except for our response to different situations. So letting go of attachments to those outcomes and letting go of feeling like a victim. So that is one thing that can take away from our happiness altogether, is instead of attacking what we hate, we need to promote what we love and more of what we love to do. So this is how you balance yourself internally. So that's the key to happiness and feeling good and choosing that vibration of the solution that you want and becoming what you believe, taking things lightly and being at ease, taking things lightly, chilling out, just chill out. No rush. We'll do it mañana, tomorrow. Doesn't matter. And another thing, again, that we talked about earlier, gratitude. Having a lack of gratitude will steal your happiness. So you'll never be satisfied if there's no gratitude there or gratefulness for anything and every little thing in your life. If you don't know what you really want, you may never feel complete. And just look around you, be grateful, do your daily gratitudes, and you'll start to see how that transforms your life. And be around people who make you happy. So if you want to be happy, find people that you resonate with, that you can always sense when you don't vibe with certain people, and especially when they don't uplift your spirit. And another thing to keep you happy, honoring where you are right now, becoming who you want to be. So don't look at where other people are, don't judge or don't assess them in their life and where they are. Just focus on where you're at, where you need to go, and make a little plan, make a map, make some 3 years, 5 years, 10-year goals. And sometimes we don't need to know how exactly we're going to get there. We just need to know why. You just need to know why. So along with your daily gratitudes, write out 20 different things that you want to achieve in your life. And just take that action plan. So focusing on where you want to be, making those 3 years, 5 years, and 10-year plans and writing them out. Write out your why. So why do you want to do these things? How do you want to help? How do you want to help people grow and contribute to the world? And what do you want to experience? And if there's anything that you want to create or invent, just write these down. Don't suppress any emotions, and honoring where you are right now, not looking at where other people are, because they're in their own vibration, they're in their own space, they've created their lives. So get moving into action. Just do it, get moving, start writing. That's going to affect the energy around you as well. It's going to change the vibration. You're going to start putting those out there to manifest quicker into the earth, into the universe. So choosing not to be a victim, that is something that will really steal your happiness. So you can be and do what you love and do what you want to do. So being a victim will steal your choices, will steal your decision making, will steal your ability to be your best self, to feel, at your full potential, and feeling like things are happening to you, that people are against you, that, oh, this person did this to me, or this happened to me, or he did this, or she did that. It just, no more blaming, no more being a victim. We have the choice to just move on and really take ourselves to where we want to be and how we want to live our lives. So expressing yourself, being sure to ask for what you truly need, and not worrying about what other people think. So practicing smiling does wonders, and you can fake it till you make it, or till you become it, they say. Just keep practicing smiling, just feel your body smiling, your organs, and get those affirmations printed out. Take yourself out and do things more often. So go to home parties, go to friends' places, go to birthdays, friends' birthdays, kids' birthdays, different occasions where even if you don't drink, just take yourself out, and you never know who you're going to meet. So just allow yourself to be surrounded by people that make you happy. And another thing that will steal your happiness is holding on to things, holding on to grudges, holding on to people or attachments, situations, animals. I know things happen, but we need to let go, turning your attention away from what is causing you to feel down and whatever is stealing your happiness. We just turn your attention away from it, but you want to know and understand it from a healthy way, that it's good to process it. So you don't want to just ignore it, but process it. Keeping an open mind. So keep an open mind to your growth and your journey. Being vulnerable. Just don't allow yourself to feel like people are taking advantage of you. Don't be closed off, and don't develop a thick skin. So keep yourself open to the world. Doing open back bends, different heart opening exercises in yoga is really going to help to stimulate the lungs and the heart meridian. So allowing you to receive and give more in your life. And don't be afraid to express yourself. So really step into your true self, open yourself up, and you'll be surprised what shows up. And they say the bamboo tree, I think in like 18 or 19 years, it only grows like a few % of its possible height. And the next year, like 19, 20 years, it grows 80% of its height in just 1 year. So there's all this potential building up, and then it just shoots up and it grows. So there is a lot for us to learn, but if we implement things as we go, we will, we'll keep growing. So think of 3 things in your life that are causing you discomfort right now, and write them down. So you should have a pad of paper with you anyways, and be writing all those things down that we went over. So 3 areas in your life that are causing you discomfort. And you have 3 different size nails. There's a large one, medium size one, small one. And match the biggest one to the biggest area of discomfort. Now, when you look at those and go over them, think of how long it would take you to overcome them, how long it's going to take to decrease the size of the nail so that it is removed, or how long is it going to take for that nail to be pulled right out. Just think about it. So, and again, going over, to stop avoiding things in your life, whether it be daily chores or major goals in your life. Creating a weekly to-do list, just setting aside an hour a week to create that plan, and really focusing on, your diet plan, your meal, your guideline. Next week, I'm going to have Kim on here. We're going to be talking more about cleansing, the 30-day cleanse, getting everybody ready for spring and summer, and something that's helping with tons of different health conditions, diabetes, Crohn's disease, irritable bowel syndrome, blood pressure, and muscle and joint recovery too. So it's helping with so many different things. It helps cleanse the body of toxins, metals, wastes, and just helps you repair the body. So improving more longevity. So you want to schedule your diet, plan your meals, and thinking ahead where you can cook a few meals and then at least have them for leftovers for 2 or 3 meals during that week, so that you can, it's a little bit easier and you're not spending so much time doing things, especially with food. And if you're really on the go, then it might be hard to eat super fresh and healthy all the time instead of grabbing something quick. But when you have things prepared and ready, then you're prepared and determined to succeed, to really reach your goals. And scheduling your most important things early in the week, and then filter in most important to least important things after. So especially for priorities, know that the time is going to pass anyways. As you're sitting here, look at your life in 15 or 20 years. And what is your life going to be like if you don't start doing these exercises? If you don't start eating healthy? If you don't start doing things that you have the urge to do, if you don't start implementing them or pushing yourself, it's just going to be longer and longer where you don't do it. And then the body doesn't change. You're not stimulating your brain. You're aging faster. So you want to keep the body younger too. It's going to decrease aging if you can keep yourself stimulated physically, mentally, spiritually, and heal yourself emotionally. So it's really important. So there's a book by Esther and Jerry Hicks called Ask and It Is Given. And there's another one, there's like a 3-box series that you can do. The Law of Attraction, Ask and It Is Given, and this emotions one, but I'm trying to think. Emotions and something. But it all talks about, emotions when you're eating, different emotions in our lives that get stored in the body and how it affects us. So those are 3 amazing books. And really just thinking about doing things with love, doing things with care. The more you focus on doing things and really enjoying them, caring about them, getting back into exercise, eating healthy again, might not be as tasty or, as pain-free as you would like, but it feels good and it really keeps you healthy. What else are you going to do with your time, So just live your dreams, focus on dreams, even if they seem crazy and silly and ridiculous, but write your goals down, write them down, and just know, there's no more time for avoiding these things in your life, because there's just too much life to live. There's too much exciting things to do. So allowing yourself to write out your goals, write out your weekly action plan and your dreams, and just completely tackle it. Just get it done, do it. You have so much more time to do other things in your day. An exercise is 1% of your day. Doing other things, you can have, there's so much time in your day to not have time for yourself, not have time to help other people, not have time to make some money and do what you love. So just stop avoiding different things in your life, things that are piling up, things that are making you feel frustrated or sad, and look into those areas as to how you can get rid of those emotions, get over those things and let them go, and then be open to receiving that abundance and that help from other people, even if you don't like asking for help. Sometimes that's, an icebreaker. That's something that needs to be broken in order to allow more love in order to allow our lives to shift and to be happy. So we'll talk to you guys soon. I'm going to leave you on that note, and visit unwindwithmelissa.com. Do long distance energy treatments, body talk treatments, healings. We can do it over Skype. And if you're in the vicinity, I'm in Puerto Vallarta now, and we'll be back in Saskatchewan, Yorkton, for June 2015 until October 2015. So, and then I'll be back in Vallarta. So massages and yoga classes will be in person, and I hope to talk to you guys soon. So see you next Sunday. Take care.